I didn't notice, dude. Like, anyways, colored lipstick because I couldn't find. What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Kai, and welcome back to my channel. So first things first, I want to talk about like my workout journey. So as you guys probably seen in my previous two videos, that I was starting the Chloe Ting challenge, but because of 4th of July week, I had taken a break and I completely messed up the whole schedule of accomplishing the challenge. So I'm going to redo the challenge, but I'm gonna put all of the days of the week, I'm gonna do week 1 and then week 2. I'm gonna put the whole week's worth of working out videos in one video. So that'll be week 1 and then week 2. That way I could complete the challenge with you guys. And not that I have been working out, I just haven't been doing the Chloe Ting challenge. So I'm gonna just start getting back onto that. But for today's video, I'm gonna talk to you guys about something that happened to me like in the beginning of, I believe it was around the month of May, and I still to this day cannot believe that happened to me. But while I'm doing that, I'm gonna be doing my makeup, and since I'm not going nowhere, it's pretty much gonna be like straightforward with it. So I hope you guys like. So to start off the story, you guys, I want to get it out the way that I was just playing around. I wasn't looking for anything. I was just being goofy, being like just having fun. So I wasn't looking to cause no trouble or to be rude to anybody. I was just bored. That's it, just bored. So I forget the day of what it was, but I was watching YouTube and I was hearing all about this thing about how people were saying about how Monkey came out with a new app, which was the Yee or Yay, correct me if I'm wrong, Yee or Yay app. And whoop, wow, why is it doing that? Ew. This is weird. I'm gonna have to just blend it out with a sponge. So it was the Yee or Yay app. And I wanted to know what it was, so I went on YouTube to figure it out, because I was hearing about it on YouTube in people's YouTube videos, but I wasn't understanding what it was. So I was going on there trying to figure out, like, what is everybody talking about? What is this new app? And basically they said that it was just the extension of Monkey. It was just the updated version. That's one story I heard. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have no clue, but yeah, that's what I heard. So I was like, oh, cool, you know, I've been on Monkey before. I thought it was funny, the whole when people pulled pranks on people on the Monkey app. So, you know, I decided to go on the Yee app. I wanted to see what was going on. So I go on there, and this was around the time when like my hair was in these curls and all of that. So yeah, I go on to the app and I'm making my profile and all. Then it came to the time of actually like meeting people. So like, you know, I met a couple people and they were nice and they were funny, you know, and I was just having a good time, you guys. Then there was one person. I'm not gonna say no names because I don't like doing that, but yeah. Let's call him Richard, okay? Let's call him Richard. So Richard was on there, and he asked me a question before I even said anything. He said, add time real quick. I got a question to ask you. I said, okay. I have no idea who this kid is. And this kid Richard comes on. He asked me a question. He asked me if he can get some advice on his relationship, because he really liked this girl, and he felt like she was gonna break up with him when she found out what he did. I said, what did you do? He said he cheated on her. I said, okay, that's really, really bad. Like, I don't know how you gonna come back from that. Like, that's cheating. And then he goes on to tell me that this girl has been cheated on before, and like he really loved this girl. I said, oh wow, like, dang, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, you're done. And he was like, man, you're being rude right now. And I said, yo, you need to chill. You asked me for advice, and I'm giving to you the best I can, which is to tell you the truth. You are done. Like, if I was her, I wouldn't even be talking to you anymore. I said, does she know about it yet? And he said, no, I haven't told her yet. I said, well, does your family know? Because apparently he said that they were like close in family. He said, no, I can't tell my family like that. Somebody will just tell her, and I don't want her to know just yet. I want to talk to her before anything. I said, okay. Well, how did you cheat? He said, you know, all I did was just kiss some girl. It wasn't, well, she kissed me, but like, it wasn't all like that. I said, okay. So this is what he's telling me, you guys. He's telling me all of this, and I'm just like, you know, maybe you should tell her, like, really, like, I don't know what to tell you, but you're going to need to tell her, like, this is serious. This is a serious thing. I said, you're playing with her emotions, and if I was a girl, I wouldn't take too kindly to all of this happening. I said, and then you tell me that the girl is, then he tells me the girl is suicidal, you guys. So I'm like, bro, like, whoa, you got yourself in a predicament. You got yourself in big trouble. So he was like, bro, I just came on here just to ask for help. I said, well, I don't know what to tell you. I said, I told you all I could about your situation. I gave you suggestions. What more do you want from me? I said, the least you could do was just talk to her. I said, do you know the girl who you cheated on with? He was like, yeah. I said, who is she? He said, her best friend. I said, wow. I said, you are in big trouble. Like, how could you do that? He said, you know, it wasn't even like that bad. Like, really, she came on to me, and she just walked in my room while I went upstairs because we were having a party. It was my birthday, and it was just really bad. I said, well, I don't know what more I could tell you. Like, you messed up. You messed up bad. I'm not going to call to you. I'm not going to do any of that. Well, maybe she could take you back or whatever. I said, bro, you need to really, like, think about your actions. Like, you just cheated on her with her best friend. What? That's hard to come back from. So once I told him all of that, he was like, man, I can't believe you're telling me this. I said, yeah, you best believe it. So, to make a long story short, he was just saying, da-da-da-da-da, I can't believe you're doing this to me and all of that. And then he starts laughing out of nowhere. And I'm looking at him like, I don't find nothing funny. I don't see nothing funny about this situation. I mean, if you're one of those types of dudes, then I guess so. But, like, that's not funny. Like, that hurts a person really bad. Then he was like, you know, I'm just playing with you. I just came on this app just to have fun and just, like, prank people just to see if they know that I'm lying or not. I said, okay, cool. I mean, I knew you were lying, though. He was like, how do you know I'm lying? See, here's the thing, people. To tell if somebody's lying, This dude was lying so bad about the whole story. I wasn't buying it, even though I was trying to give him advice about the situation, if it ever did occur to him in life. But he was so bad at lying. Like, he kept on smirking, looking off to the side. You know how you try to stop yourself from laughing or smile? You do that face? Yeah, he was doing that majorly bad. And I was just like, well, I hope you know, you was doing this a lot. Like, if you gonna lie, you might as well, like, stop that. And, he said, wow, I can't believe you could tell that I was lying. I said, yeah, I could tell that you were lying. He said, well, basically, I said, well, I can show you how to lie better. I said, since I'm doing acting, I said, I can show you how to tell a story better. Even though it's like kind of like lying, but like, yeah. So I gave him this whole little life story about myself, about how like, I got in a car accident and it hurt my leg really bad. So I showed him the knee brace and all of that, and he looked at me. I said, so can you tell me, am I lying or am I telling the truth? He was like, bro, I don't even know if you're lying or not. Like, that's some serious stuff right there. I don't lie. I don't like to joke about the serious stuff. I said, well, you kind of did just joke about the serious stuff, so how can you say that? I'm gonna just use my finger because that's the easiest way for me. I said, so how can you can't just say one thing and then do the other. Like, that's not how it works. So in that story, though, I gave him a truth about my life, and he couldn't tell me it. So then I told him I was gonna lie, though. I told him that I was gonna lie. Dude, this dude kept on asking me about my sexual orientation. He kept on saying, like, not even my sexual orientation, like, if I am even active sexually. And I told him, no, I'm not active. Stop asking me. And, he didn't want to believe me. So all throughout our conversation on this app, for real though, like, dude, you guys, I'm not even playing with a freaking stranger. This dude could not, for the life of me, get over the fact that I had not had sex before. So he kept on saying, like, bro, you're lying to me about that. I said, what are you talking about? He was like, you're lying to me that you're not sexually active. You're sexually active. Look at you. You look like a... I'm not going to say that on here, but you guys get the idea, right? And I went off on him. I was like, bro, why do you keep asking? Why do you want to know so bad? And he was just like, cause you're lying to me and all that. I said, oh my God, I only lied to you about one thing, and it was a story that I told you I was gonna lie about. You didn't want to believe me. And then when I told you the truth about what I do sexually, you didn't want to believe me. So what more did you want from me? He started yelling at me. He started going off on me. And that's when I cried, you guys. I was just crying because I couldn't believe, like, someone I didn't know was doing all of this. Like, I couldn't understand it. Like, I didn't know this dude. I didn't want to get to know this dude. So why was he saying all of these bad things about me when he had no clue who I am? So then I kept on, he was like, he kept, throughout the whole thing, I never said one thing bad about the dude. I never said one thing bad about him. All I've ever said to him was, you're a cool guy and all, you just need a curb on that whole assuming things about people. Because throughout the whole thing, he kept on saying, oh, you pretty, oh, you smart, oh, you've had sex. Like, he kept on saying, like, he kept on making assumptions about me, you guys. And one thing I do hate that people do is make assumptions about me. I hate when people say I do one thing when I've never done that thing. And I know even in the industry that I'm going into, that's going to happen a lot, and I'm going to have to get used to it. But still, that doesn't stop the fact when I tell someone the truth and they don't believe me. And I know I'm going to have to get used to that, but it's still kind of like annoying when you tell somebody it and they still keep on going back to it and refuse to let the situation go. Because I was willing to let bygones be bygones, but he wasn't all for that. So that's where he made me like mad. That's where I started crying. I was crying of tears of frustration with myself that I was even allowing this to keep on happening. Like, not even keep on happening, to let this like conversation keep on going. And then I was angry at him for not getting the idea, like not getting the point. Like, dude, like, leave it alone. You're not gonna get anything from me. Like, I barely know you. And it was just a lot, you guys. It was just a lot. And that dude couldn't understand me. So when I started crying, he was like, I'm sorry for all of this. Don't cry. Like, I didn't mean to make you cry. I just hate when people lie to me. I said, but you lied right now. Like, you did it. In the whole first 20 minutes of our conversation, you lied to me about your whole story, and I knew you were lying. I never said anything once. So how are you gonna come for me about something that's personal in my life, that is private to me? How are you gonna come to me about it when I told you again and again, and I told him not once, not twice, but 3 times that I was not sexually active? And he still didn't want to believe me. He still chose not to believe me. So he was mad, and I called him out on it, and he got mad at me, and I didn't care. And he started apologizing. He kept on saying, I'm so sorry. Like, this conversation shouldn't have got as far as it did, and I apologize. Why don't we change the subject? I was like, bro, I'm kind of like done with this. I'm so done with this whole thing. And he wanted to keep on talking to me, but I was done. Like, I was like, yeah, no, I'm done. So after that, it was like I was giving him one more answers, and so we changed the subject. Even though, like, I was just thinking, like, really, I wanted to get off the phone. I didn't want to be on the app no more. I just wanted to do my own thing, get off the phone, and just never go on that app again. He was like, can I have your Snapchat? But this was before everything happened. I already given it to him. And so I gave him my Snapchat. I didn't see the problem with it. I gave him my Snapchat. But this was before the whole argument happened. This is before the whole situation happened. Because like I said, I thought he was a nice person. That's clearly not it. Then, like, my mom walked in and she heard me. She was like, what are you doing? So I told her what I was doing. She said, you need to stop talking to people on the internet. You know how dangerous that is and all that. And I was like, yeah, it's dangerous. Sorry, Mom. I apologize. I shouldn't have did it. Because I knew my mom was going to say something. I knew, like, I shouldn't have got on there in the first place. But like I said, I was bored. I didn't have nothing to do. And I just went for it. And I got burned for it. And I learned my lesson. And I told myself that was not going to happen ever again. I called my best friend up. I told her what happened. She said, oh no. She said, what were you doing? She said, because you know I would have cussed them out. I said, I know you would. I know you would have. But can you help me on this? Because I have no idea. You know how nice I am. You know how I don't like talking bad to anybody. Like, can you help me out on here? She said, yeah, sure, I'll help you out. So I sent her my Snapchat to log into so she can like send him something, so I wouldn't have to talk to him no more. So yeah, I learned my lesson. I'm not gonna do that ever again, because let me tell you, just arguing with that dude, it took a lot out of me. I realized how much like energy goes into actually like arguing with somebody. I never really like paid attention to it until that day. I was out of it. Like, I couldn't believe that all of this was happening to me. I couldn't believe I was sitting there listening to this dude talk to me the way he was talking to me. Like, I couldn't believe anything. And the fact that that whole news thing came out too, it was like a sign came out to me, like, you need to stop doing all of this. Like, you know better than to be on these apps. You know how like your parents don't like that, and you just need to change your ways. Anyways, I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup off camera, and yeah, I'll see you guys later. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Comment down below what you thought of this video and how crazy my story was. And I'll have my social medias linked in the description box below. And yeah, hope you guys like this video.